Wow. Terrific. Wow. Everyone, please, stay seated, okay? We got a freaking show to do, huh? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are just terrific. Thank you. Please, come on, get seated. Okay, just a little bit more. Come on, just a little bit more. Okay, just a little bit more. And now, okay. Oh, come on. You guys are killing me here. Thank you so much, though. Really appreciate this so much. Hey, come on. Let's simmer down now. We got a whole freaking show to do, huh? Thank you. I'm not worthy. Okay, alright, that's enough, folks. We're here today because guess what? We're here to have a fun time. Welcome to the late night show with Jake Smith. Thank you, everyone. Okay, no more. Okay, you guys are standing up way too much. We got a whole freaking show to do, okay? Thank you, though. Wow, what a freaking great crowd, huh? It's probably the best crowd I've ever had. Thank you so much. Okay, now that we're all settled, now that we're all sitting, how about we let the freaking joke start? Okay? How does that sound, folks? You like the sound of that? Let's do it. Can't even read this. Whew. Alright, folks, so get this. Okay, we all know that the Olympics is going on right now, right? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Alright, well check this out. You guys probably already know this. But the women's hockey team, has just won first place gold medal. Woo! Isn't that terrific, folks? Isn't that terrific? We'll get this. Yeah, it's pretty terrific. Check it, though. The president actually had a few comments he wanted to say. Yeah, President Trump. President Donald J. Trump. Get this. The president said that he congratulated them, and then he proceeded to say that he would have won it single-handedly. What's going on with this guy's brain, huh? I know, right? It's crazy. Well, the thing about Trump is that he even said that he would not only get first place single-handedly, but he would do it while holding a cup of caffe. Yeah, and get this. Get this, though. All jokes aside, he did give a first place honorary award, okay? Yeah, he actually presented a first place honorary award, right, to the country of Namibia. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Namibia. You know that thing? Remember that from like a few months ago? Yeah. Get this. Namibia won first prize in confetti. Oh, I know. Right? Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. Hey, hey, is this thing on? Hello? Is this thing on? There's the next joke, though. So you probably have heard about this whole NRA business, right? The NRA is the National Rifle Association of America, NRAA. Well, get this, the post office. So a lot of people have been pulling support from the NRA. A lot of companies have been, airlines and whatnot have been, a lot of airlines have been pulling from the NRA, prompting a lot of members of the NRA to say, what's the deal with airline food not having bullets in it, am I right? That's just a little improv, okay? Just a little improv off the top of the dome. But anyway, the only company right now, it's not even a company, you'd be surprised what it is, the only place right now not taking away, rights for NRA members or, benefits and whatnot is the post office. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You'd think after, so many times people have gone postal, they might have learned their frickin' lesson, huh? Can you imagine this? You're a post office guy, right? You're a postal worker. You come in, you walk in. Oh, hi, George. Here's your letter. Well, thank you, post office man. How's the weather been? Oh, it's been pretty big. Also, I'm gonna freaking kill you. I'm gonna freaking kill you. What do you want from me? All right, let's move on though. Okay, let's shake things up a little bit. So next piece of get this, folks, a little entertainment gossip for you guys. Get this. Nobody write a freaking punchline. So get this, folks. There's an Uber driver, right? Now this Uber driver, he likes to make curated playlists for he makes curated playlists for the type of people that come into his Uber. Okay. Now what this means is that he takes he takes people that are he's a specific type. Okay, so if it's a hipster type, let's say a guy like he looks kind of like me with a man bun or whatever, he's going to be putting in. He's going to be playing, your Mac DeMarco, your, Aphex Twin, okay? If it's like a mother, he's going to be, playing something like, Alanis Morissette. He's going to be playing mother music. Mother May I, that kind of stuff. Aphex Twin. Now, get this, okay? This guy, he's very famous, okay? He's a very, very famous Uber driver, so he picks up a lot of famous people. So the first person he picks up is President Donald J. Trump. That's right, A.K. parentheses, Donald J. Rump, if you ask me. But anyway, he picks up Donald J. Trump as his first passenger, right? Wow, that's freaking amazing, he's thinking. The freaking president. He turns around and says, Mr. President, I don't necessarily agree with what you say, but, you're someone that you're a president, I have to respect that. So, is there anything that I could put on for you? And Trump says, well, you're the famous Uber driver, right? You're the famous Uber driver who curates playlists. I want you to pick a song that, you think is emblematic of me. So the Uber driver shrugs. Okay, he shrugs. And he says, okay, I will pick one for you. This is the song I've been waiting to play for a very long time, and I will play it for you. So he turns on his iPod, he goes to Spotify, and he opens up a playlist. It says Donald J. Trump at the top. Okay? And he puts the song. You know what it is? It's freaking You're So Vain. Alright? Okay. So he plays You're So Vain by Alanis Morissette. And Trump, he's outraged or whatever, big deal. So he drops Trump off at the White House, okay? He collects his fare. It's about $60. The next person he picks up is David Lee Roth, famous rock star David Lee Roth. And so the Uber driver turns around his chair and goes, wow, David Lee Roth, you're a famous guy that's involved with rock and roll. David Lee Roth goes, I know. The Uber driver says, David Lee Roth, let me play some of the music that you've made, when in your stint in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And so David Lee Roth puts up his hand, though, and says, no. You are the famous Uber driver. You're the Uber driver that everyone talks about, who creates actual playlists for the people that are in his cab, in his Uber. Okay? Now, I know that you're not a huge fan of my music. Okay? I get that. I get that. But you seem like a respectable, smart, educated young man. And despite the fact you may not like all my music, I want you to play a curated list that you've picked just for me. And so the Uber driver says, okay, for you, David Lee Roth, I will pick and use the one playlist I have been preparing for a long time now, ever since I first listened to you. And so David Lee Roth He opens Spotify on his phone, okay? He scrolls down past many of the other famous Davids, and he picks David Lee Roth's playlist. The song that plays in David Lee Roth's playlist is Rockstar by Post Malone. Right? So, that's pretty funny. So, he drops David Lee Roth off at the Hard Rock Cafe and collects a $50.23 fare. Now, who does he pick up, though? Okay? Who does he pick up, though, but me, Jake Smith? Okay? He turns around in the back of the cab and says, Jake Smith, wow, you're a famous late-night talk show host. By the time you've seen this on YouTube or whatever, I will have become a famous talk show host. Wow. Anyway, Jake, you're a famous talk show host. You're very fun. You're the funniest guy that's ever lived. Johnny Carson's up there, you're up there, and then, Arsenio Hall's up there. Right? And so Jake Smith, parentheses me, goes, all right, I know you. You may know me, but I also know you. You are the famous Uber driver who curates and creates playlists for people. Okay? You're the guy. There's no one else like you out there. And the Uber driver turns back towards the front, driving me to Grand Central Station, and says, this is correct. I've been waiting a long time to see you, Jake Smith, because I have curated a playlist just for you. And I stop him and say, I know the playlist you have created. For George Bush, you did American Idiot. For Bill Clinton, you did, For Kanye West, you did You're So Vain. For Kim Kardashian West, before she was married to Kanye, you did You're So Vain, and that's why they met. For famous artist Michel Ducamp, you did You're So Vain. I know your playlists, okay? I know that for many years you've created these playlists. But I'm looking for a playlist that will surpass all playlists, I say to him. Jake Smith says to the cab driver. I'm looking for a playlist that no one has ever heard, because you have created it just for me. And so the Uber driver sits there and thinks. He goes, I think I have just the playlist for you. And so, as we pull up to Grand Central Station, okay, we're about 5 minutes out, he says, I will now play for you the one song. And so he plays it. Now, I get out of the cab, and I'm shaking like I got the Holy Ghost in me, I'm shaking like I got the Holy Ghost in me. And my friends, my friends walk up to me, and they say to me, Jake, you look like you saw a frickin' ghost. You're pale as a sheet. I go, yes, for I have found that this Uber driver here, who has collected a fare from me of $40.02, with a tip of 20%, making it 42 or 44 something or 48 something. 48 something. 49 really. Well, I've paid 20% for a total of $49 flat. He has given me great enlightenment because of the song he played. And so they sit there. They're scratching their heads going, what song did he choose? Okay? So my one friend, she looks at me and says, Jake, you picked, or the Uber driver picked for you. I know the song. The Uber driver picked Wild Horses by Rolling Stones because you're a wild horse. And I dismiss it. I go, no. The Uber driver did not just say that. You are incorrect. So my second friend, he looks at me and says, I know the song that the Uber driver picked for you. The Uber driver picked for you, they picked Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka Flame. For you truly go hard in the paint. You try very hard for the success that you have earned, which you have earned immensely. And I dismiss my friend and say, no, that is incorrect. And finally, my third friend, my wisest friend, by the way, they look at me and say, I know the song. And they whisper it into my ear, and I nod. I do this. I go, yes, you have chosen it. And so my two friends look at me. The other two fools, the jesters, they look at me and say, Jake, what song could this Uber driver have possibly picked for you? And so the Uber driver, or I say, along with my other friend, and the Uber driver is there also, and he turns. Actually, I don't even say anything, neither does my friend. The Uber driver, who's still there, by the way, turns his head out and says, you know what I freaking played for him? I played Young, Dumb, and Broke by Khaled. We got a great show for you folks. Kings of Leon are here. We got, and you better believe we got so many great guests coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back after the break.